Welcome to Simplifying MBA Specializations through very simple case studies. Here is MBA in HR. A lot of people generally think, which is basically a misnomer, that HR is a Rangoli job. It is actually not. And HR requires maybe just good communication skills. Maybe not. Communication skills would definitely be part of it, but that is not just the entire HR. No company would entrust a person just with a good rhetoric to handle the entire thing called talent management. So what exactly is HR? Let's take a look at this case study. Neha, we need to hire 50 top engineers in 3 months and make sure that our current team performs at their best. What's the problem statement here? Neha has to hire the right talent, and she also has to ensure that the current team right now performs at their best. So what exactly Neha will have to do? Pause the video here for a moment, think about the exact specifics that Neha will think about and will create something and will resolve this problem. And then once again, restart the video. Let's take a look at what Neha might do. See, eventually, it is about hiring and improving the performance. Hiring happens through a variety of reasons. An HR person will have to think about what is the exact requirement of the organization, specifically of that team. For example, if marketing team has to hire somebody, then HR will have to think from that perspective that what are the skills that are needed for a marketing team. Similarly, if operations team requires that, similarly, the thought process for HR would change according to it. The idea is very simple. You have to get the right skills. You have to get the right people. If people are not enough motivated, well disciplined, and are, concerned about their job, maybe they will not be the right talent even if they have a lot of skills. So HR will have to think about all these things. HR also will have to ensure that they pay these new people according to the industry benchmarks. Otherwise, you might miss out on the right talent. HR also has to ensure that they do not pay them too much so that the existing people in the organization who are at the same level or at the higher level feel too competitive about moving out from this organization. So there are so many things that Neha and the entire team of Neha might have to do. Let's take a look at what Neha would have done in this case. She would identify the right talent on the basis of various metrics. She would create the job posting because, come on, until you tell people that we have a job available, who will come to you? And she would conduct the interview, and basically interview simply means that entire assessment thing. Onboarding and training will be done. She will have to set clear performance goals. Hey, come, do our marketing. It's not a performance goal, but increase the sales of Ariel from say 4.2% to 4.39% by end of this year. Then that is a clear performance goal. And now I'm sure you can also understand that HR will also take into account the ideas of that particular team also when the HR personnel assigns the clear performance goals. Feedback mechanisms, motivation and reward systems, and whatnot. Important thing is that HR would also track and improve the culture. So if there are things which are wrong that are happening in the organization and that can take people away from the organization, at least the good people, then HR will have to think about the ethical, the legal standpoint as well. So what are the skills that HR would need in this case? Emotional quotient, performance management, change management, HR analytics, and definitely communication skills of the highest order. So if you think this is something you're calling, why would you not want to read a couple of these books to assess your interest in HR? The War for Talent, The Talent Delusion, and Work Rules. Amazing texts. And if you think that this is something which you might be excited at, go to our detailed Future You series, which will help you know more about careers. By the way, these are some of the interesting careers in human resources. So you can just pause the video here also for a moment and see if these are the roles that you might really want to be part of. All the very best.